way I do it is I do walkthroughs of my property. I've been managing this tree right here, which is a dogwood. It had been sick for a number of years. Another individual, planted it. I ended up elevating the tree, putting all new compost around it, mulched it, edged it, and just gave it just a touch. This is all pickup stuff. When you look at already the buds on this dogwood tree, it is really happy. For the longest time, for the 4 years that she had it here after it was planted, I mean, you want to give it in a sense a year to kind of establish itself, maybe a little bit more. But after 3-4 years, I think it was, that she had said that it wasn't flowering. So it just looked anemic, and I just came here and took care of it. And last year, it absolutely exploded to the point of where I actually thought the thing was going to cause its own stress. You know what I mean? Because it had so many blossoms on it that I thought it was just going to kill itself. Over here, I managed this center island, and we've got a tree hydrangea that's over there that's now drowning, which hydrangeas do like to have water, but the tree hydrangeas, they actually don't like to have excessive water like that one has. I'll probably end up putting it either right there in that center section. As a matter of fact, you know what? Now that I look at it, because we've got this tree right here, I think going right there in that center section is going to be absolutely mint. So the 4th is actually my start date, but with Big Black having issues, that start date was kind of pushed off a little bit. You got some nice looking stuff in there. You got Daisy. Hey Daisy, what you doing? Hey sweetie. We got the fender flares on the front, and all new hubs, bearings, all that good stuff, and something else is going to happen inside there. Hopefully this Friday. This property right here, I just manage, little touches. Like this year, she actually wants me to do the island where the electrical boxes are, because she's liked how things have turned out. And we're going to clean this out, edge it, throw some mulch in there, and just make this look really nice. I got to get over that house there, got to get over that house there, and then there's a house that's in and behind that I've got to check out too. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening here. So what do we got here? Little hidden treasures. See that? So that's it. I mean, just walking around. Today is my first day on, in a way. Got the fertilizers in there, doing a little spreading. That's why the names aren't on the truck anymore. I do that guy's house right there. I'm going to do this guy's house right there. And then maybe the house behind that. And then the guy right there, he just gave me 3 more contacts. And he was thanking me, and I point blank just said to him, you know what? I'm actually the one that should be thanking you. And he goes, no. He goes, I like your work. That's why you're here. And I mean, what's better than that? Hi, sweetie. Alright, so that's it. I just figured I'd give you a quick little landscape update. Big Black is actually, Big Black's on the job. Big Black's looking good. Next property. Again, just doing stuff like, walking around and just checking things out. That tree right there, custom stake job. It got pushed over by a plow truck a couple years ago. And I'll have to see the health of the root system to see whether if I can take that stake out yet. Because after damage like that, sometimes you have to leave it for a while. The stake blends in, doesn't it? But look at this area right here. So saturated, so bad. This area right here, oh man. This is nasty. So this is an area that I try to maintain, except I'm not maintaining that. That's by the place that owns this place. But I'll walk over to this property here, check this house out, just give it a walk around. That's just part of what I do. That's why I like landscaping. It's just, I'm out in the sun. Granted, yeah, it's 40 degrees out, and I got a cut-off shirt on, or sleeveless shirt, whatever you want to call it. But Yeah, I love it. Trim that down, make it look a little bit nicer. Trim this bad boy down, shape up boxwoods here, trim that grass, trim all this stuff now. Like that boxwood right there, trim it out, trim out that. This walking cane right here, it actually looks like it's all right for the first time ever. This is actually looking happy. This is also another area that gets slammed by the plows. 3-4 years ago, she had it replaced. I've been managing it. Last year, she had me kind of manage it, and it's actually got growth. I mean, wow. See what I mean? Nice. Got to shape up this boxwood here, unless she does it. Sometimes she does that one right there. And that one too. This hydrangea, this thing's a beast. Wait till you see what this thing looks like. I mean, it pops. Nice. Check out this tree right here. Red maple tree that I've been managing for her. Looks like it's got a little bit of stress, but it's doing a lot better. A lot of new shoots. A lot of nice new growth. We just got to keep the bugs off of it. Again, I've been managing this tree as well. And it's looking really good. Look at all those buds on there. This thing's ready to go. One more tree that I manage. Actually, 2 more trees. So I've got a weeping cherry, I think it's called. So that right there, I've been managing that tree for, I don't know, past 6 years. And when I got a hold of it, the thing was dying. Look at it now. Again, that thing's ready to pop. The tree that's over here, that one, that's one of those in memories of her husband type of deal. And it was, you know, fading away into nothing. And granted, it does have moss on it, which I'll just, you know, scrape off by hand. I'll trim out the dead, which looks like there's a couple of branches of dead up there. But I mean, again, this thing too, look at it. I deep edge, like this circle right here. I did a nice deep edge. It's doing really well. See, look at that new growth. Just got to get in there and you got to trim off the dead. And sometimes you have to trim off some of the new just to kind of like have it, you know, have a nice look to it. Looks like we got a washout here. I got to talk her into letting me do some gravel for here. I think that would help. This was actually a transplant. And believe it or not, it's actually doing really well for the transplant. I transplanted it, I think, early last year. Probably about this time. Man, I don't know. It's my memory. It's going bad. But this is looking, you know, alright. I do want to do, like, something around this pole. But anyways, I got to check out a few more properties. I got to go to the back side of this house now. So I can check and see how the forsythias that I planted back there, see how those things are doing. I love this kind of work. Here's the forsythias. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, this is going to be nice. It's going to look nice back here. That grass right there, that's a transplant from 2 years ago. That's doing really well. A couple of azaleas left and right, or left and right. Another PJM right here. It's looking good. I like the buds. Looks really nice. Rhodie. A couple grasses that I planted in here. Rosa Sharon. Let's see what's going on here. See if this is doing all right. See if it's getting overwatered or what's going on. So this lady right here, she actually manages that like third of her section. You can see like there's a difference. She likes, you know, rocks and, you know, transplants, little plantings and stuff. And in here is what I've been managing for her. Obviously we get a washout from that property that happens right there. It kind of comes through. Initially I had kind of like led it and directed it to this rock and kind of dispersed around the rock, but it looks like it may have been a little bit too much this past year. This is all, you know, mulch and plantings, and it's looking pretty good. Looks like we got to do some weeding. Got some lilies popping up, or daffodils, whatever the heck they are. Flowers. I was just checking out a couple properties. Today's the day. What's today? 14th or something like that, so I'm 10 days late. No, it's the 16th. Do you know how much easier it makes it when a customer, you show up at their house and they just go, I got a list for you. I love it. And you still walk around with people, and this is the part of the type of work that I do. It's awesome. What you doing? Huh? Gotta get fuel.